Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead. So this is going to be from the 13th to the 20th of November 2025. If you want to book your 2026, we're just 6 weeks away from a brand new year. You can get it at the end of the reading or in the description box below. I've also got a membership now, so you can join my Patreon, you can join the YouTube membership, like the video, comment, drop a super chat, show the love and the support. Okay, so we're going to keep this short and sweet, but there is a big message for Geminis this week, and I think it's around, firstly, watching yourself. So the reason for this is, see the Magician reversed. We are in a Mercury retrograde, and it's a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So it does finish in Sagittarius, but it's a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So I do think this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is effing with you a little bit. So it could be bringing up some paranoia, some fear, some illusions. It could be bringing up some stuff that's buried deep within your unconscious mind. There's a few stories that are coming out, but what I'm going to say to Gemini is there is people actively working against you or a certain person. And with this Nine of Wands, you can see that this person is on the defensive. What this is the energy is picking it up. Energy does not lie. The energy is telling you something's off. Something's not right. Something's not right about this person. Something's off. And so, again, your job is to be aware of that information, but be careful of how you react to it. So, this Queen of Pentacles seems to be coming up as somebody who is studying you. And the intention of this person is nefarious. And the reason for this is the devil. So you've got to understand that as a reader, we pick things up. Everybody reads differently. People pick up data differently. But how I pick this Queen of Pentacles to the devil, this is somebody who's kind of obsessed. This person could have like stalkery energy. And they've got some kind of agenda. This could be jealousy. They could be jealous of you. They could be trying to get you out of a job. Maybe they don't like you. Some of you could be dealing with this person, and it's to do with some kind of situationship or some kind of relationship. We've also got this Knight of Wands in the center. So I heard someone's got a bee in the bonnet. The Knight of Wands is often looking for a fight. This person's looking for a reaction because you can see the way this person is rushing. So I feel like this is an individual who's looking for some kind of reaction. They could be just looking for a fight. Okay. So I think you need to be aware of your enemies. I think Gemini knows who they are, right? And the message this week is it looks like these people are trying to trip you up. So this could be, this Queen of Pentacles can be someone who's a manager. This person is a boss. This is a person who you work with. And I feel like this person is trying to make you look bad, or they're trying to strip you of your power. They could be looking to see the downfall as well. So the Magician reverse can be looking to see the downfall of a person. So you need to be careful with that this week, okay? You need to be careful if you've got a boss or a superior and you kind of know that this person doesn't like you. Just be aware of that. But I do think a big message for Geminis this week, some of you are just in burnout, some of you it's just the Mercury retrograde is messing with you, and because it's a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, you're feeling quite tired, you're feeling quite burnt out, people could be triggering you. So I think the message here is to pull back and to give yourself time to think straight, make sure you're not being reactive, make sure you're being proactive. But there's a strong caution for Geminis this week because I'd say that you're not in the best position. With the Magician reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, either your reactions to these people or the way you handle the situation is not good. Okay? But I would say with the Queen of Swords coming out reversed and the Magician reversed, the Queen of Swords is not here because I didn't want to put lots of pictures. I would say just with the current energy and the Mercury retrograde, it's better to stand back, even though you're kind of sensing things, observe, and then have a reaction later. Okay? I think there's also something to do with a relationship. So there could be some kind of toxic union, or there could be some kind of meddler, because the devil is coming up. We do have the Two of Cups with the Lovers. So Maybe this is a case of that you're pursuing somebody who's not meant for you, so this person is not divinely guided for you. Some of you are dealing with a fire sign. I feel like this fire sign is dealing with somebody else. Some of you could be dealing with someone who's in a relationship with someone else. Okay? I think if you're a single Gemini this week, you're just all over the place. So with the Queen of Swords coming out reversed and the Magician reversed because of the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, you're just all over the place. The Magician reversed is someone who's not organised, they don't have themselves together. They're waking up at all times of the day, they've got no routine, they've got no discipline. So it could be a you versus you week, so you could be your own problem. But if you're your own problem, you're also your own solution. Okay? Someone could also be going through a dark night of the soul, and it could be the Gemini woman. And the reason I say this is because we do have the devil, the magician reversed, and we had the Queen of Swords reversed. So this is someone who's going through a dark night of the soul. They're feeling quite dark, they're feeling quite bitter. Maybe this is to do with past relationships, a past love relationship. The Nine of Wands is someone who wants to let love in, but they're in fear. So actually, the Queen of Pentacles could be somebody who you decide to work with, and this is someone who can help you to heal. So there's many different ways of looking at this week. I'd say there's 3 stories. One story is there is definitely an active enemy, and this person is stalking, they're watching everything you're doing. This can be somebody in a job. This is someone who watches your every move, they're kind of micromanaging you. They might be reporting things, stuff like that. And the Nine of Wands, when you're around this person, you sense that this person is doing that. So again, what this person will do as well with this Queen of Pentacles is this is a person who acts holier than thou. So this is someone who's very stalkery, they're very deceptive, see the devil, but they have this ability to present an image of a nice person, but it's fake. So the goal here is if you're reporting this person or you're talking about this person, it's to make you look like you're paranoid. That's not happening, right? But when you know, Gemini. When you know, you know. So again, don't walk into this person's trap. Don't play this person's game, okay? I heard this person will hang themselves and they'll also be revealed, but not at this time. So it could be, for example, someone is working against you, and maybe this is someone who's doing something unjust to you, and you want justice, but it's not going to happen at this time because she's coming up upright and you're coming up reversed. Okay, so whatever game this person is playing, they're winning right now. But he who laughs last laughs loudest. So play the long game and be smart. Okay. So it's just some of you it's just about protecting your interest as well, because the Nine of Wands person is somebody who, once bitten, twice is shy. You've dealt with this kind of person before. So the Nine of Wands is someone who knows how to protect themselves, they know how to defend themselves against this type of person. Okay. For the single Gemini, I think there's a message that it's time to get your life together, especially for the Gemini woman. I feel like you won a relationship, but because of the past, you feel love. Love could be coming towards you, right? So with this Knight of Wands and this Nine of Wands, you've just got to be careful with dealing with wounded masculines. You've got to be careful with dealing with third party situations. Because I am getting that here. This Knight of Wands could be somebody who's sleeping with you, but they're with someone else. Or this Knight of Wands could be someone who's in and out, so they're going back and forth between you and someone else. And the Magician reversed with the Queen of Swords reversed is your head is a mess and you're allowing this person to manipulate you. You're allowing this person to bring you down. That's another message with this enemy. Okay? This enemy is in a strong position and they do have it out for you. And they know that. But again, if they're going to bring you down or how much they're going to affect your life is going to be how you respond to this enemy, how you react. Okay? I also feel like with this Queen of Pentacles and the Devil, this person could do witchcraft. So this person could work where, covenants, they could work in the dark means. Also for the Gemini man. For the Gemini man, I feel like you could be working with a woman who she presents this air of grace, but actually she does a lot of dark things in the background. You need to be careful with a person. I get a person who's obsessed. This is a person who focuses on you every day, right? They're like obsessed with you. And so for the Gemini man, this could be someone who's trying to bind you to them. Because with that Queen of Pentacles and the Devil, this is somebody who, through their obsession, they could reach into nefarious means to try to bind you with them. Okay? So again, remember, with that Queen of Swords reversed and the Magician reversed, you're always going to have enemies. The dark is always going to be there. It's how you respond to your enemies and how you deal with the dark. And I feel like the divine is giving you signs. It's giving you signals in your energy. See the way this person's got like a paranoid look on the face? Like you're being warned, you're being guided, right? So it's not about being paranoid and fearful, it's about being smart. End of story. Now, for the ones who it's a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio and it's the Queen of Swords reversed with the Magician reversed, some of years it's about the life that you're living, the job you're in, if you're single and you want love, because see this Two of Cups with the Magician and the Lovers. So some of years you need union. You're too alone. You need friendship and you need connection and you need love. I do think that you've been hurt in the past. You might have also dealt with a lot of wounded masculines, but it's time to heal. And so the Queen of Pentacles can be the root chakra. So it's starting in the root, it's starting to heal the root. It's starting to learn how to be safe within yourself again, trust yourself again, so you can bring love into your life. So with the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, there's many different messages, but I'm going to keep this to this week. And I feel like a big message this week is to watch your step, to watch paranoia. You know what Geminis are like? We can be very paranoid. We can overthink things, we can misread. And I do think this can be the case this week. The reason for this is Mercury retrograde affects Gemini mostly. Your mind is running backwards, so you might not be seeing things and people clearly. You might be misreading, you might be paranoid, you might be creating problems or creating enemies from nowhere. Okay? Okay, so there was another message for Geminis this week, which is about people who want to matter to you. Remember we talked about this person who's obsessed with you? This is a person who really wants to matter to you, right? And they don't matter to you. And that's all that there is to that story. Okay? Geminis this week, you need to focus. I do think there's a message. We're coming to the end of the year. And some of you are really going to struggle with this Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. But as we move into Sagittarius energy, it's going to change. But that's next week. So you can tune in on the membership too, because I'm going to start doing the weeklies ahead of time. So if you want to watch the Gemini for next week early, it'll be in the membership. So you just need to hold tight for this week. But I would say definitely the Nine of Wands is there's caution that needs to be applied here. Because whoever this person is who's obsessed and they're studying you intently, they want something. Right? And with the Magician reversed and the Queen of Swords reversed, this person wants to make you look bad. They want to make you look incompetent. They might want to make you look like somebody who is insincere in some way. Okay? So, again, watch your own character. Watch your own reactions. Be smart. Don't pander to this person. And some of you don't even give the dark the focus, like focus on the light. I also get divine guidance as well. So see the angel, there's something about the angel. For the Geminis who were worried about a connection, I feel like the divine is telling you it's protected. Okay. because this angel keeps popping out. So some of you might have a lot of fear around a connection, a lot of fear around a relationship, but the divine is saying it's protected. This is a person, it could be an ex, because Mercury retrograde brings the ex back, it brings the past back. The message here is this connection, this union is a true union and it's protected. So for some of yous, I do get this as basically you could be in a relationship and someone's trying to come back into your partner's life. They could be trying to influence your partner, infiltrate your partner, but they're acting like that's not what they're doing. So this is like an ex who acts like they just want to stay friends, but it's fake. Okay, Geminis this week need to focus on their own character. It's already yours. There's also a message that say a relationship is not divine, then all this is all working for you. Because if this person can come and infiltrate this union, then it's not divine, it's the devil. It's demonic. Okay? So the message for you this week is don't even allow yourself to be in overthink, because it's all working for you. Even this person who's looking for your downfall has got bad karma coming. I heard that straight away. Okay? But it just won't be right now. It'll take a bit of time. So, but the message I would say as well, I'm going to conclude with this for Geminis, focus on you. Don't worry about other people's character. Don't worry about what they're up to. Focus on you. Focus on your character. Focus on what you're doing. Keep your mind straight this week. Focus on the right things. No one's saying be ignorant. You do need to be aware, of course, but don't feed the dark. Don't give this person more focus than you should give them. If you go into a job and this person is in your job, try to put your head down, act right. Don't feed this person. Don't bite on this, what the person's trying to, they're trying to hook you. Don't bite. Don't play. Because that's what energy is, right? When people are playing games, they're trying to get you to play with them. Play with yourself, you know? So as you can hear in the reading, it's hard to do this reading because it's Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, so it's hard to breathe. But I think you're going to be fine, you know? I'm going to say a heads up for Geminis, though, whether you're a man or a woman watching this, I would stay in your power. Some of you could have a decision to make when it comes to love. Some of you need to ask the divine for guidance around a relationship, because I feel like you're not sure if this person is your person or if this person is sent by the devil. So I also heard at the beginning of the reading that someone's got a decision to make around a relationship. This could be letting someone go, and maybe you keep going back and forth and you're not sure what to do. Then give it up to God, divine guidance. Ask the divine what you should do. Because there was something this week about signs being sent. So asking for signs, asking for guidance. This could be getting an angel reading or something like that. It could be getting a tarot reading. It could be, going to somebody who does this work. Because the Queen of Swords reverse with the Magician reverse can also be somebody who's suffering burnout because they keep going back and forth in their own mind about changes they need to make or choices they need to make. It doesn't just have to be about love. This could be about your job. We're coming towards the end of a year, so a lot of people are reflecting. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I change my career? I think it's important for Geminis this week to focus on the right thing. For the Gemini man, see the way this person in the lovers, we've got someone who's brown and someone who's white. So there could be cultural differences. Um, there could be, compatibility differences. In other words, you want one thing and your partner wants another. Some of you could be sleeping with this person, but you want more. Maybe this person just wants to keep it as intimate. So I'm going to say for some Geminis with the Queen of Swords and the Magician reversed, you're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This week, it's a good time to give it up to the divine. So you can make a decision once and for all when it comes to this person. Especially for the Gemini women who've had this person who's been in and out and it's been off and on, or you've been waiting for a commitment, but it just isn't becoming a commitment. Because the devil can be just physical. So one person loves this person, the other person lusts this person. Right? For those who are feeding this enemy, I think you're going to give this person more power. For the Gemini who keeps going back and forth and their life is a mess, you need to get it together. The devil can be someone who's leaning on addictions. They've got a lot of addictions. I feel like you need to use this end of year, the next 6 weeks, to clean up your act before the new year. Right? The Lover's card can be loving yourself, breaking with bondage, breaking with addictions, pulling your shit together. Some of you need to work on your energy. And I'm going to say that coming to the end of the year, some of you have just not had a good year. You know, you're coming up as the Queen of Swords reversed, you're coming up as the Magician. So you're out of your power. But some of you, you're out of your power because you're giving other people power. Right? You're allowing other people to influence you and stop you and block you. Some of you are going in the opposite direction of what the divine intends for you. So you could be pursuing relationships or pursuing things that they're not in alignment with you. They're not in alignment with your truth. So I feel like a message this week is to reflect. Are you being true to yourself? Are you living in truth with yourself? Is this relationship compatible? Okay, this person, like I said, sometimes we don't choose who moves against us, but we do choose how we handle them. So the Queen of Swords reversed is someone who's doubting herself, with the Magician reversed and moving into fear, and that's giving this person power. The Queen of Swords reversed is someone who's running them out. She's not really watching what she's saying. You need to watch your mouth. You need to watch how you handle this person, whether they're in a job or whoever they are. Remember what I said about the Gemini man? I think you need to apply caution because your energy is telling you something about a person you're working with, or your energy is telling you something about a person. This person is not who they appear to be. They're not trustworthy. It's a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? So I'm going to conclude with watch yourself this week. Some of you need to get yourselves together. You need to use this week, start this week, use the next weeks to pull yourself together, to start making changes so 2026 is different. Some of you need to watch your thinking, sleep more this week, drop any kind of drugs, alcohol, try to clean up your act basically. Because Queen of Swords reversed with the Magician reversed, if you're adding anything to that type of energy, it can be catastrophic. So be careful this week. Try to sleep, try to look after yourself, love yourself, nurture yourself. And some of you, you've got a decision to make. It's a big decision about closing the door on a certain person, ending it for good.